Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the Infinity Vision platform. Right now I'll be doing one such question that came in your JEE Main examination. This question came on 31st August 2021 in shift 2. So let us see this question first. Question says you have been given a two statements, statement 1 and statement 2. You need to find out whether statement 1 or 2 is true or false. Okay, statement 1 says two forces P plus Q and P minus Q, where P and Q vector when acts at an angle θ1 to each other, the magnitude of resultant is this much. So you have been given a two perpendicular vectors P and Q. Okay, these are the two vectors which have been given to you. Okay, and P plus Q, okay, so these are perpendicular, so this is P plus Q, and you'll be getting minus Q, so this is P minus Q that you are getting. Okay, it says when 2P plus Q, these two vectors, this one and this one, these two vectors are makes an angle of θ1 to each other, the magnitude of the resultant comes out to be this much. When they are acted upon at an angle of θ2, the magnitude of the resultant becomes this much. So in this process, θ2 is greater than θ1. We also know that if we have been given this setup in which P plus Q is one vector and P minus Q is another vector, and this is θ1 is the angle between them, we know the relationship, the resultant R that you can get is given by relationship root of whole square of this. Okay, so P plus Q and the whole square, the resultant of this vector is nothing but root of P square plus Q square, because it is perpendicular. P and Q are perpendicular, so the magnitude of this vector is also, and the magnitude of P minus Q would also be equivalent to root of P square plus Q square. So the magnitude of P plus Q ka whole square with P plus P square Q square whole square, magnitude of this plus magnitude of whole square of this, plus we also know that there is the resultant of, A vector and B vector, suppose this is A and B vector, this resultant of the C vector is given by relationship root of magnitude of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta is the angle between A and B. So we are putting that expression in it, and eventually we will get the answer. So the magnitude of this whole square and magnitude of this whole square, which is root of P square plus Q square whole square plus twice of this into this. So you'll be getting twice of this into this. So eventually you'll get P square plus Q square into cos θ1. This you are getting, and the resultant is also given to you when angle between them is θ1, so the resultant is also given to you as root of 3 P square plus Q square. So equating these two, so finally you'll get this answer as P square plus Q square plus P square plus Q square plus twice of P square plus Q square into cos θ1. The roots will gonna cancel out each other, and here you'll be getting 3P square plus Q square. So again we'll be solving it. So here it would be 3P square plus 3Q square. Again here it would be P square plus P square, which is 2P square, plus Q square plus Q square, which is 2Q square, plus twice of P square plus Q square into cos theta. Okay, so eventually you'll get P square plus Q square is equal to P square plus Q square. Okay, so it would go over there, and you'll be getting this expression into cos theta 1. Okay, so this term will gonna cancel out each other. Half would be equivalent to cos θ1, so cos θ1 comes out to be because it is half, so it would be 60 degree. Okay, and in the second statement it states when they are acted at an angle of theta 2, when this angle becomes of p plus q and p minus q, this angle becomes theta 2, the magnitude becomes now this much. Again, you can easily calculate the same by putting the same values. So this is possible only when theta 2 is greater than theta 1. Obviously, when angle increases, don't you think the resultant decreases? Okay, when the angle, when this angle, the angle between A and B will keep on increasing, so the resultant decreases. So that means this angle, this theta 2 must be greater than theta 1. This we can easily prove. We need not write everything, and in order to come to the conclusion that statement 1 is correct. Okay, because this, if angle is increasing, okay, if it is 0, so the resultant would be addition of these two. Okay, if the angle is keep on increasing, this resultant will keep on decreasing. If the resultant is decreasing, that means this angle is increasing. So that means the theta 2 is greater than theta 1. Okay, and theta 1 also comes out to be 60 degree. Now you can easily find out the value of theta 2. Okay, what you can do is, here resultant was 2. Okay, at 2, this angle must be equal to theta 2. Okay, now again you can solve it. So this expression would be equivalent to 2p square, 2q square, and here it would be finally, this expression comes out to be p square going to cancel out each other. So that means cos theta 2, this was cos theta 2 when this resultant is 2p square plus q square. Okay, so it comes out to be 0. So that means theta 2 must be equal to 90 degree. Obviously, so that means when initially the angle between p plus q and p minus q was 60 degree, now the resultant decreases. So that means eventually now both p plus q and p minus q are perpendicular. Okay, so that means in the second statement, in the situation given below, theta 1 is 60 degree and theta 2 is 90 degree. In the light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer for the options given below. Both the statements are true because theta 1 comes out to be 60 degree and theta 2 comes out to be 90 degree. So our expression's first statement says the statement 1 is false. No, both statement 1 and 2 is true. So this would be the correct answer you should get. Second is the correct option. That means both the statements are true. Okay, I hope this question is clear to everyone. Thank you.